Hey guys, welcome to number 5 of the Derby Career Live. And to start this episode, we've got a game against Wolves, and then we're probably going to end off the deadline day. That'll be something interesting for you guys to see. Gives you another chance to suggest some players from the last episode, obviously. And one player that did actually turn up is quite an interesting one. It's Wilfried Zaha. Now, the issue I have with him, he's probably worth more than what we've got at the moment, which is about 6 mil. Probably on about 70 grand a week. Maybe he's on 50 grand a week, I'm not too sure. But I think I don't really need him at the moment. Maybe when we get him to the Premier will be a really nice signing, but for the time being, I think we'll wait on that front. We haven't got the scout report back. He's probably worth at least 10 million anyway, in my opinion. So we're not going to be able to get him yet, but in the future, it might be a very good signing. So in the last episode, we obviously won that cup game against Peterborough, and we changed the formation. It seems to be working quite well, and we're going to go into the game against Wolves, and then we're going to have a look on the market and see what Demarai Gray says, because I think his scout report is just about to come back. I'm not too sure where you can actually check those. Maybe on here, if we just look for, maybe just look for Demarai Gray on the market, and then we'll see. So as you can see, 2 days left for Demarai Gray, so that gives us literally deadline day to try and wrap up the deal. So that'll be quite dramatic, because as you can see, we're on the 29th, and that will come back on the 30th, so that'll be really tight and quite an interesting deadline day. So let's go into the game against Wolves. It is a very tough game, and unfortunately a couple of my players are low on fitness, so obviously we're going to have to rest them up for this game, the likes of Thorne, Russell and Kolasinac. I think, I'm really not too sure. I kind of want to just put Hansen there, but I'm going to put Baird there. He hasn't had that much game time, so let's try and play him this game. And out of these two, I kind of do want to play Dawkins, because he did do very well in the last game. I know it was only Peterborough, but still did well. But I don't think we've got nothing else. That's literally our wide backup option. So say for example, Ince or Russell does get injured, I think we definitely need Demarai Gray or Jordan Ibe. So I'm going to give it Dawkins, just because he's got like really good form at the moment with the upwards arrow. So that's always good to see. And we're obviously going to put Forsyth into the left back position, and I kind of want to put Hendrick on because he could be quite effective in this game, but I think I'll leave it, and we'll go with this lineup. It should do a decent job against Wolves, and let's go into the game and see how we do. There we go, penalty. Dawkins taken down. Jesus Christ. Penalties on this game are quite, like, they happen a lot. There's a lot more frequency. I think that's been a common thing over the last few years, and Dawkins obviously, with the very good dribbling, just keeps the ball close to him, and it's very difficult to keep it off him. So now we are going to take the penalty. It is going to be Bradley Johnson. Yep, Bradley Johnson. I think he's the man for the job. Just got to get this right. There we go, bang in the middle. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. There we go, great penalty from Johnson. Obviously getting his second or maybe third. I think he got one before I started recording again, but now it's his second. So he seems to be very good at penalties, so that's probably what we're going to give him. And it'll give him confidence when playing in that attacking midfielder role, just to get a few more goals. Obviously, he is getting towards the end of his career. Like, he's probably got at least 5 more years, but he won't be growing ratings. I don't think he will be going up to like 72s or 73s. I think he will stay at the same rating, but have very good stats. Ooh, they've got in here. Forsyth's not really got the pace to keep up. Phobie. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. Really annoying. That was a good volley. Not much a keeper could really do about that. Assessor and Cambo maybe could have had a bit more strength, but their attacks down this right hand side, as you can see there, just Forsyth nowhere near him. Really good at phobias. I must say, a lot of people did suggest him as a player, but I think at the moment we don't really need a striker. Maybe when we get promoted, that extra bit of pace and power from a Phobie could be quite effective. And that's full time. It's I don't know, kind of a fair result. We were away from home, didn't have the best of fitness after that cup game, so there are excuses, but we probably should have won that one in the end. We probably had a lot better chances than Wolves, but we didn't put them away, which was a bit of a shame. So we've got a scout report here for Demarai Gray. He is a 68 rated player, showing great potential. He's only on 5 grand a week, so it's nothing too expensive. Now we've only got deadline day, so I'm going to put 1 million, as he's in bad form. But I'm tempted to put Grant in the deal and drop it to like 700. We'll go 750 plus Grant, and they should accept that. That'll be a good deal for both parties. Obviously they're getting a decent, good goalkeeper there. I'm not too sure if Birmingham have got a good goalie at the moment. I think it's Thomas Kuszczak, but I could be wrong. But Got a message back here. PSG complete the signing of Oscar. That's kind of crazy. We are interested in the player, but they want 1.7 million. I don't know if I can do that. We'll go... We'll try that. So Birmingham have accepted the £1.15 million bid plus league grant. That adds up to about 1.5 million. And I think for Damari Gray, one of the best young talents in the Championship, that's a very good price. And he's only on cheap wages. I kind of do, yeah, I think I will give him important first team play because he is going to play. Either it is behind the striker, out wide, anywhere, he can do the job. And for £7 a week, it's not exactly burning a hole in my pocket with money because his wages are just really good. And it's basically getting a player like Jordan Ibe, but for cheaper wages, for like 13 grand cheaper. So he has accepted that contract. So we are going to bring him in, and I think that's the right decision. We're getting rid of Lee Grant, who is probably on about the same wages anyway, so we're not going to lose out on wages, and that's a great signing. Third permanent, sorry, brought in Kolasinac, Drommel, and of course Gray. He's low on fitness. His strength is only 50, so that's probably what I'm going to work on in the training sessions. 3-star skills, it would be nice if he had 4, but 3 should do. He's got blistering pace, 90, basically 90, and pretty good dribbling as well. 78 dribbling, 75 ball control is not bad at all. But it's who we drop, because Dawkins did really well in that last game, but he's getting on a bit. But Wyman's not really impressing me at the moment. For the moment, I'm going to put Damari Gray in for Dawkins, and if Wyman does not perform still, then we're going to just swap him for Dawkins. So ending off deadline day now, we have spent 6.2 million. I think that's more than enough. Obviously, we've got a bit of money back from selling a couple of players that we didn't exactly need. But that's deadline day done now. We've got the game against Burnley, a very tough one. And I'm going to see how Damari Gray performs. I'm not too sure if his fitness is okay or not. But Burnley, obviously we drew against them in real life. I think it was 0-0. Yeah, it was 0-0 in the end. I thought it was a 1-1, but it was a 0-0. So I think for this game we are going to play Darren Bent up front just because of fitness reasons. Martin's got a little bit less. And off the bench he should do quite nicely. But I think that's going to be the only change for this game. I don't think we want to make masses amounts because we're doing well in these games. We're just missing out here and there. Into the game we go. It is at Turf Moor, obviously one of the stadiums that EA do have because Burnley were in the Premier League last season. Something for us to look forward to. It is absolutely chucking it down with rain. So in terms of my play style, it's going to be very difficult. Obviously we've got Damari Gray sat on that bench just waiting to get on and use that pace. Hopefully he can work into the first team lineup. I think he will be a nice new addition to the team. Here's the Burnley lineup. Joey Barton is sat on the bench, and in the first team 11 they've got Dave Jones, a former Derby County player, Tom Eaton in goal, fantastic goalkeeper, Ashley Barnes and Sam Vokes up front, very powerful strikers who can finish from pretty much anywhere. And of course you've seen our lineup, so let's get into the game now and see how we do. Let's get a good ball into the box. Kolasinac, there we go, great start. Terrific header from the fullback, first goal for the club I think, and I always knew he'd be a good signing. Like, for £4 million you've got a player that's got about 84 pace and 90 strength and terrific defending stats as well. And his jumping stats actually quite good as well, that's another thing. And that's a crazy good header, how he's run away from goal, jumped and then got it back towards goal with such power and precision. Really nice goal for us to start off this game very early on. Here we go, Darren Bent, nice touch. There we go, back of the net. You just know with Darren, you just know it's going to go in the back of the net as soon as it leaves his foot. He's such a clinical finisher, and it's nice to see him get a goal. I think it's his first goal this season. It just shows how good Will Hughes is. Like, he just, in that role, he's a deep line playmaker. He can just create so many chances without really being marked. Nobody ever really marks a holding midfielder, so he kind of has a bit more freedom, and it was a beautiful finish there from Darren Bent to double the lead and, of course, get his first goal this season. Oh no, Hughes has just given the ball away there, and that's a goal. That is a goal. Really annoying there from Hughes. I'm not too sure what happened. He literally just fell over and let the ball hit him. Arfield getting them back into the game with about 10 minutes to half time now. Not the best goal to concede away, especially when we're away from home. I don't know if I just pressed X and He tried to like slide tackle it or something, but not much the keeper could really do from that distance. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's a goal. That's a goal there. Joey Barton, I think, as well. Is that Joey Barton? No, it's Marnie, sorry. Really annoying, like, we couldn't tackle him in the box, obviously, from behind, so I just had to let him shoot, and it went in the back of the net. Really annoying there, but we kind of committed a little bit too much with Kolasinac. If we just held back a bit more and just kept the area, then probably wouldn't concede that. Now we need to get a goal, and since taking Bent off, we really haven't had much of an outlet up front. Oh, come on, Damari Gray, on your debut. Yes, boys! What a beast. Off the bench, on his debut, Damari Gray, getting the goal. So important to get them 3 points against such a massive team. Up there near the top, really nice from Thorne, just holding the ball off Boyd, and then a beautiful through ball. Don't know why that's the camera angle they chose, where it's got the players' hands, the fans' hands in your face, but is he right-footed or is he left-footed? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he is left-footed, so let me have a quick check, because if he is, then that's kind of crazy. No, he is right-footed. That's. I was thinking, like, he's only got 2-star weak foot, but yeah, right-footed left mid, that's kind of cool, obviously cutting inside and stuff like that, but really good to see he's already paying off that very cheap wage, like cheap transfer budget thing. So yeah, and that's it, game over. Literally they kicked it from the kickoff back to Boyd and blew the whistle. So that was the last kick of the game, pretty much, that goal. So important, as that will probably project us into the top 6 hopefully. So let's end off this game and see where we are in the table. So there we are in the top 6 of the table, currently in 4th. Only 4 points off the top of the table, Cardiff, Reading, Ipswich. We have got Ipswich next as well, so obviously if we beat them, we go above them, and it's just really good to see that we are doing very well from the start of this career mode. Before we changed the formation, we weren't really scoring goals. We only had like 1 a game in the 4-3-3. Now we're playing this 4-2-3-1, getting a lot of good results, and obviously Damari Gray getting his first goal for the club in his first game. Really good to see that. But there's so many training options you could do with this team. Obviously, the youngsters here, Hanson and Bennett, Damari Gray, I think I'll put him on, and potentially Thorne or Hughes, one of those two will fill up the last slot, obviously. I think we'll set up one of these scout report things. I think that'll be quite handy. Obviously, there's not too expensive. They're only about 2 mil, and if you can get a good young player, then that money will come back so easily. So if you did enjoy this episode, it would be fantastic if we could smash 40 likes. Obviously, making a terrific signing in Damari Gray, coming off the bench and getting a goal on his debut. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.